Hey, what's up, guys? MotorMassacre19 here. I've been watching gameplay and trailers for Halloween the game, and I'm really excited to get it in September when it comes out. I've been waiting a long time for Michael Myers to finally get his own game, and now it's finally happening. Anyway, I'm going to be talking about the good and the bad about Halloween the game from what I saw from the trailers and gameplay. This game has a lot of things good with it, starting with the graphics. The graphics aren't the best in the world, but they look pretty realistic. Michael looks great, Haddonfield looks great, the survivors look great. You can definitely tell they put a lot of time into graphics, and they did a good job with that. They also did good with Michael and his animations. He looks pretty close to how he looks in the first Halloween movie, and his animations are great. When he gets shot, he moves the same way he does when he gets shot in the movie. He also carries dead bodies and sits up exactly how he does in the first movie. It really makes the game feel authentic, like you're actually dealing with Michael Myers. And it probably looks so good because the original Michael Myers actor, Nick Castle, is doing the motion capture for Michael, which is good. They also did really good with some of the kills that were shown, like the kill where he slams his victim's head in the refrigerator over and over again brutally until they die, and the kill where he grabs them by their throat and holds them against the wall and keeps stabbing them, and then the final stab he pins them to the wall with his knife. I thought the kills looked really cool, but some didn't look as good as others, but we'll talk about that later on in the video. Another thing that's cool is how you get stronger from stalking your victims, just like the movie. The more you stalk, the more you increase your bloodlust, which makes you more powerful. I think this is cool and can really add to the game. It gives you a reason to stalk your victim and makes them feel like more than just a dummy you kill. The stalking is also cool because it goes into first person and gives you the same view as when he kills his sister in the first movie. I think this is awesome because I love how you're in third person the whole time and it switches to first person only when you stalk. That's something I'm a fan of. I'm also a fan of Michael being able to pick up different weapons to kill survivors with. This is something a lot of people wanted to be able to do in Friday the 13th as Jason. Well, in this game you can. The weapons I've seen Michael using were kitchen knives, axes, pitchforks, and I'm sure there's many more, and they can even add more when it comes out, hopefully for free. Yeah, right. It adds a lot more replayability to the game, because it's not just limiting you to one weapon the whole game, it lets you kill the victims with any weapon you find, and I'm really happy they listened to the fans with that. Okay, I talked a lot about Michael, now I'm going to talk about what I like with the survivor side. I like that they decided to add Dr. Loomis. I think this is awesome. It's going to feel just like the movie. Michael stalking and killing people in Haddonfield, and Dr. Loomis running around warning people about Michael and trying to find him and stop him from killing the whole town. This adds a lot of life and authenticity to the game. You're not just playing as a bunch of unknowns. They actually have an authentic character from the movie you can play as, and actually have the same objective as he does in the movie, and that's stop Michael. This is really cool. It's similar to what they did with Tommy Jarvis on Friday the 13th, the game. They also have 5 hero characters: Thomas Armitage, the football player slash leader, Jennifer Aarons, the quiet girl, Tanya Harrison, the hip popular girl, Rachel Callahan, the loner slash punk rock girl, and Marcus Navarro, the lone wolf slash cool guy. These characters seem unique and cool, and not just generic people for you to kill. They are similar to the counselors in Friday the 13th, so the characters feeling like real people is also in Halloween, which is a good thing. It adds life to the game, which most games are seriously lacking nowadays. Another thing I found cool is you could smoke and drink as survivors, and it gives you different buffs and debuffs. For example, when you smoke weed, it makes it that you could see Michael Myers' movement pings, and you can also drink alcohol, which doesn't give you a buff, it gives you a debuff, where it makes your vision blurry and makes your movement all fucked up. So there's not really a point to the drinking, but it's still cool to have it. Maybe when the game fully comes out, getting drunk can make your fear not go up as fast, so it's not just something people don't pick up. But either way, it's cool and another thing that makes the game unique. Another thing I thought was cool is how Michael Myers stops a car in this game. He has an ability called Blackout that when he uses it, it stops the engine of the car and cuts the power around him. I think it looks better in this game than in Friday the 13th. It's still cool how Jason stops cars in there by smashing them, but it looks more realistic in this game because it looks like the car lost control, and it probably feels helpless with the car not working, and you have to get out with Michael right behind you. That's going to be cool to experience moments like that. It ups the tension and actually makes it feel like you're playing a horror game. The last thing I'm going to talk about that I thought was good is the story mode. They didn't really show too much gameplay of it, but it's supposed to be you playing as Michael Myers, and you play through all the events of the first movie, even the stuff you don't get to see, like how Michael gets his mask, his boiler suit, and his knife, and it even shows how he escapes Smith's Grove Sanitarium. I'm really excited to see how well they pull this off. This is a mode that has a lot of potential and is great fan service if done right. Okay, those were the things I thought were good from what I seen. Now I'm going to talk about the things I saw that I thought were bad. The first thing I noticed is how stupid the NPC civilians are. They seem like they can't see Michael sometimes, or don't even run away. They sometimes walk really slowly away from him, and they just seem like they don't give you a challenge. They'll just stand there or slowly walk away from you. This seems like it'll get old fast if they don't make the AI smarter. They'll just become something you stalk for a bit and easily kill, even if they see you. They should make them more aware, or at least make them seem like they're trying to get away from you. The next thing I thought was bad was some of the animations for Michael and the survivors. The closing and opening doors animation is lazy and cheap. They just push it open or push it closed. They don't grab the door handle to open or close it. This might not sound like a big deal, but it can affect gameplay in a big way if you don't have an animation that takes time to open and close the door. You lose those moments where Michael's right behind you, and you don't know if you have enough time to close the door to slow him down or not. And if you try to close it and don't have enough time, you'll die. These moments make the game intense and scary, and without a proper door closing animation where it takes time to grab the doorknob and pull the door shut or push it open, you're going to miss out on a lot of these moments during chases. I don't like some of Michael's kill animations either. I don't like the one where he smashes their head into the wall and his hand does a weird awkward movement at the end of it. That makes the animation look like it's not finished. And also with the axe kill, Michael does this weird thing where he gently pokes the survivor in the face with the axe, and then hits them in the back with it, and then pulls it out. The rest of it looks good, just not the part where he pokes them with it. I think he's supposed to be poking them in the neck with the sharp part of the axe, cutting their neck open, but it just doesn't look right. Again, it looks unfinished. I don't like the way survivors move when they hold flashlights either. It looks very stiff and robotic. If they were lazy or couldn't do it right, just do the flashlights the same way they were done in Friday the 13th. The survivors' walking and running animations also looked a bit awkward and stiff. They were way better in Friday the 13th in my opinion. Hopefully they improve these animations when it comes out. I'm going to talk about some things I saw in the gameplay that look bad to me. The first thing I noticed is how easily exploited Michael's shape jump is. You can just stand under a street light and he can't spawn there. He can turn off the power, but even if he does, he can't spawn in their line of sight, so he has to spawn a little bit away from them. And by the time you spawn in to get them, they'll be down the road, because they can sprint super fast and Michael can only walk. And if you do manage to somehow grab them, you have to put a button combination in to kill them. And if you grab them too early in the match before your bloodthirst is up, which is gained by stalking and killing NPCs and players, they can break out of your grab pretty easily, which seems very frustrating. I also noticed how a lot of the gameplay I've seen is just Michael getting bullied the whole time, just getting ganged up on and beat with melee weapons and shot with guns, which also seem pretty common from what I've seen. Guns should be hard to get and you shouldn't get a lot of ammo with it. From what I've seen, survivors are shooting him until the gun gets completely empty, and reloading and doing it again. This is way too much ammo and guns on the map in my opinion. I think only Dr. Loomis and the police should get guns, but that's just me. And if the guns and melee weapons aren't enough, I saw survivors throwing lawn darts and bricks at Michael. There seems to be way too many ways to fight back against Michael in this game. The combat is also awkward looking. There's quick attacks and strong attacks that do more damage. When Michael does a quick attack, he hardly does any damage, and good luck hitting the strong attack. It's too slow, they'll just move and hit you or shoot you, and it'll be 100 times worse if you're dealing with more than one survivor. The way the combat works scares me. Hopefully it gets better when it comes out. Another thing I think looks stupid is how Michael can get arrested. So not only does he get bullied the whole match, he can get arrested on top of it. That's the ultimate kick in the balls. I think it would have been better if they had a unique way to kill him like in Friday the 13th. But in my opinion, there should be no way to stop him, only escape. But that's just my opinion. Mini games to talk to survivors and warn them about Michael Myers also looks like it can get boring and repetitive, just doing that over and over. It's cool to have something to do other than getting items and doing things required to open and exit to escape, but I just wish they could have found a more entertaining way to do this. But to be fair, it's kind of hard to find an entertaining way to warn survivors about Michael Myers. I have two more things I thought were bad. The first is how bad the Laurie Strode model looks. She has no resemblance to Jamie Lee Curtis except for the clothing. She just looks like a generic character here. I wish they would have gotten her likeness right, but I guess they would have had to pay more money for that. The last thing I'm going to talk about that's bad is the Dr. Loomis voice. In here, he just sounds like a generic British voice. I wish they could have used AI or hired a person that could do a good Dr. Loomis impersonation. It would have made the game more immersive than it already seems to be. Just making a character's voice sound like the movie and match the character can make the game way more realistic. Okay guys, they added some stuff while I was making the video. I heard that legacy characters from the original Halloween are going to be available to play as. Linda, Annie, Bob, and Laurie are going to be in the single player mode and the multiplayer mode. This is really cool because now it can really feel like the movie, being able to have not just Dr. Loomis but now other characters from the movie playable. I'm even more excited to play this game now. Okay guys, those are the things I found good and the things I found bad about what was shown so far through the trailers and gameplay that was recorded of Halloween the game. I think this can be a really good game and I hope it is because I've been waiting for a Halloween game for a long time. But like I said throughout the video, there's a lot of things that look bad that could majorly hurt the game. Hopefully it improves when the game launches in September. Anyways guys, this has been Miller Massacre 19. Thanks for watching. See ya.